I also think that the president's speech was as conciliatory as you can be without laying down. He talked about, at the end of the speech, about trying to create or establish a higher level of civility in the body, because the truth is, if we are demonizing each other, all of the proposals that the president made or any president makes will fall on the floor. They're not going to go anywhere.
So clearly there's, on this side of Pennsylvania Avenue, it's all Republican. On the other side of Pennsylvania Avenue, it's a Democratic president. What do you think they can get done in this Congress?
Well, I think there are a lot of points for compromise. For example, I would be willing to vote for a trade agreement, which I would not normally vote for, if you attach it to a bill that will allow corporations to bring money back to shore that they have in foreign banks. So, I mean, but it all boils down to whether or not people want to compromise. Nobody's going to have their way. And so if people are willing to compromise, this could be one of the best sessions of Congress.
And do you think we'll get a transportation bill done this cycle?
Well, that's the whole point I'm trying to make. Years ago, everybody was for transportation bills because it is the best stimulus that the federal government can put in place. For every $1 billion spent, 44,000 jobs are created. So there's nothing like the whole issue of transportation. But you know, if people are going to oppose the president because a proposal fell from his lips, then nothing is going to get accomplished. We need a transportation bill. China is building new bridges and roads almost on an hourly basis, and we're falling behind China in terms of infrastructure. And I would hope that we would put our place in the world ahead of our place in our political party.
To change focus just a little bit, the president talked about Ferguson, and you know, you've been one of the members that are out there a lot on sort of dealing with this Black Lives Matter as young people continue to protest all across America. A lot of them are our viewers. What do you say to them tonight? Did the president speak to them tonight?
Yes, he did. I was in Ferguson over the weekend, and I'm pleased that the president did mention Ferguson. And I hope everybody understands that the president could not stand there and go into detail about Ferguson, but he clearly recognized that Black lives mattered and that young black children ought to be able to function without worrying about being a victim of police misconduct. And at the same time, he appropriately said wives and children of police officers should expect them to come home. Now, I know there are a lot of people who wanted him to do the hands up gesture and you know, say a lot of things that, frankly, I don't think the President of the United States can say. I don't care whether he is African American or green, you know, but he acknowledged that there is a problem, and I don't think that there have been many presidents who have even acknowledged that we have issues of race and law enforcement in this country.
So speaking about, let's talk about Missouri in particular. Like, so there's been a big campaign against the governor there because people think he has not done enough for Ferguson, for parts of Kansas City, which is part of your district. What do you say to them? Are they right to be angry at the governor?
Well, first, I had to deal with, as mayor of Kansas City, I had to deal with the Rodney King aftermath, and I think there are no books on what do you do when you're facing a riot. What do you do when you're getting ready to deal with civil disorder or direct action from demonstrators? I would have preferred the governor do some things differently. I wish he had gone there a little sooner. I might have advised him, had he asked, not to send in troops. I did that as mayor of Kansas City. I asked the police chief not to send in troops when a group had gathered to march down into a predominantly white business district. And I think as a result of not bringing police in, we avoided what could have been a disaster. You know, yes, I think the governor could have done things differently. But, you know, I'm not, you know, he's in his last term, and there's no need in beating him up. I mean, he's not running for anything anymore.
Thank you so much, Congressman Cleaver. We appreciate it.